Hey y'all, so tonight I am about to assemble a French toast bake, and it's going to be sitting in my refrigerator overnight, and I'll take it out in the morning to bake it. Are y'all ready? Let's get going. So first off, I am going with this Raisin cinnamon bread. It's from Pepperidge Farm, and I'm going to use this as my base. Now, if you have just like a French bread or a sourdough bread or something like that, you can do that, but I thought that this would be fun to use. I've used this before. And I've used another brand. I can't remember the name of the other brand, but I've used it before to make just French toast over the stove. But I wanted to try this out for the French toast bake. All right. So the first thing I am going to do, if you want to cut this, you can cut this, but I am going to keep it simple, and I'm going to just tear it apart. So I'm just going to take the pieces and I'm just going to tear them. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, y'all. Just tear them up however you want them. Because at the end of the day, it's going in our bellies, right? All right. And so what I did with this pan, I just greased it with some butter. You can use oil if you want to. Because of course you don't want this to be sticking to the bottom of your pan. But I'm going to use this entire loaf to make this. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, so there we go. So I'm just going to spread it out so that it is even. Separate some of these pieces. Okay, so this is what we're looking like so far. All right, so the next order of business, we're going to move this to the side. It calls for, the recipe calls for 8 eggs, but I have 6, so I'm using 6 eggs, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So I'm going to use these 6 eggs. And just an FYI, if you do not use eggs, you can actually do a flax egg. So flax eggs are 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed to 2 tablespoons of water. I'm just gonna whisk up these eggs. Alrighty. Next order of business. So again, it calls for 2 cups of milk and then a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. But again, I don't have the heavy whipping cream. So what I'm going to do instead is just add in 3 cups of milk. So I'm hoping that that extra half a cup of milk will help to give it that creamy consistency that I'm looking for. So there's 3 cups of milk. I'm gonna stir all of that. And then, whoop. And then I am going to add in some vanilla extract. I'm going to do about 1 teaspoon. Okay. And then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm only going to do 1 because there's already cinnamon and raisins in this. I would have added 2. And lastly, I'm just going to add in some salt. Maybe 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And mix all of that together. Smells divine. Okay. All right, let me move all of this out of the way. Now what we're going to do is take this mixture, I'm going to pour it all over the bread so that it gets nice and wet. I'm excited about this. So excited. You know, eggs help to create a custard, so that's essentially what we're doing with this, the eggs and milk. We're making a custard that goes over our bread, over and through our bread. So I'm just pushing this bread down in here so that every piece gets saturated. It smells so good, y'all. So good. I'm actually just thinking about the holidays and it's April. Alrighty, so now I'm going to cover this in plastic wrap and put it in my refrigerator. It is 11:10 p.m. tonight. It's a late night for me. So I'm gonna do that and I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, you guys, so I am about to put this in my oven. I have it preheating at 350 degrees, and this is what it's looking like this morning. It's a little thick, and so I'm gonna bake it for 45 minutes to an hour. The longer you bake it, the firmer it will be. So it depends on how soft or firm you want this to be. So it's going in my oven. Okay, y'all, this is what it's looking like. It's been cooling for about 30 minutes here. It was really puffy after I took it out of the oven, but I'm getting ready to serve this up. So here I am picking out my piece, you guys. I love the corner pieces. Am I the only one? It's something about those crispy edges that I just go for. So with this French toast casserole, I ended up baking it for 50 minutes. And for me, I thought that was perfect because it gave that crispiness as well as a little bit of a softer custard feel. It wasn't too firm, too dry, but I feel like it was just right. Of course, you bake it as long or as little as you like for your personal taste. Now I'm adding in some fresh fruit, some blueberries, blackberries, and some strawberries that I cut up. And then I'm going in with some maple syrup and just drizzling it all over. Remember, I didn't add any sugar to this recipe. So now I'm just adding the powdered sugar on top to give it that beautiful, delicate look and feel. You guys, this was so easy to make, and I will definitely be adding this to our rotation for breakfast or dessert. You guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and let people know what we're doing over here. You guys, I thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.